Live, I say, live. Ooh, uh. Hey, let me put a hat on. It's like I'm still sweating, even though it's like not that hot out. Humidity's lower. So it's starting to rise. Humidity's coming up again. Weather's gonna get crappy again. As with everything. I don't know why people think the weather around here is so great. You get one good day and 9 bad ones. One good day, and everyone's like, oh, isn't it great to get a good day? It's like, why don't we have 9 good days and 1 bad one? That would be awesome. So the first thing I got to do is this thing is worn out. So it gets a bath. That's the first thing. Very first thing I'm doing tonight. I need a new bottle of rum and alcohol, which I have over there, but I have another one right here. So the whole toothbrush. What's up, 3D? Medic Vince. The whole toothbrush gets a dosing and rubbing alcohol. Just because it makes it clean. Makes me feel better about it. Gets rid of the yuckies. Not that it's that bad. This is actually pretty clean for me. And then this is a new toothbrush. And I have discovered that the first thing you want to do with these is put them in a bowl, cup, with some rubbing alcohol covering the brush. Let it sit overnight. Because who knows whose grubby little hands or factory unit or computer controlled robot covered in some kind of slimy oil built that thing. So I usually soak them in rubbing alcohol for an hour and then fill it full of water. Well, I actually let it dry out. Hey, David. Let them sit in water. Charge it. I can't believe I'm sweating. It's not that hot out, and yet I'm sweating. Probably because I've been busy all day. Running around like a madman. Yeah, next thing on the list is relaxation time. Everyone's in bed. I'm happy. It's time. I don't have good rum, but I have okay rum. I have drinkable rum. I have rum. Not really my favorite rum. It's actually one of my least favorite rums. But I have some rum. And that makes me happy. Because then I can have a drink. And I'm going to make it weak. A little stronger than that, though. But still very weak. Because I just want to relax. I don't want to get stupid. Actually, I want to take a shot of Coke by itself first. What's up? I was thirsty. So, I've been printing PC Plus. Playing with different settings and slicers, and they're all coming out great. Although, I sliced this one with Cura. Or no, that one was ID. This one's Cura. And I'm not sure I'm going to get the supports off. because this is PC Plus, and I think it kind of welds together. We're going to find out right now. Wonder if OneRaz, because OneRaz was asking earlier, and then he asked on Facebook. Someone can help him with Ideamaker. Yeah, I don't think these are coming apart. I think this part is a complete waste. I am not happy with Cura lately. For one, the newest version of Cura 4.2, won't even start on my computer. It comes up and says the errors and gives me all kinds of error messages and says goodbye. It won't even start up. 4.1 is the latest version I can run. And I don't know why. Why is Cura and Prusa so dead set against using antique frickin' supports? We don't have to be like Ideamaker and Simplify 3D, but they need to come out with a manual where we can put them where we want supports. And I know Prusa Slicer has it sort of now, but oh my God, I was playing with it, and that's just barbaric. That is just like, it makes Tinkercad look high end. I mean, it's just so ridiculous, the methods of supports, that I don't get why we can't just say, hey, I want a support here. Yeah, I don't think that's coming. That's bending my damn stick right over. Excuse me. Yep, I think my supports welded themselves right to the part. Ah, great. Means I gotta print another one. Ooh, maybe. I'm hearing some popping. Yeah, not happening. Frickin' Cura. What? You know, what's up, Ben? They been doing this for long enough. They should be like thinking about better support structure. I mean, that's their major downfall with Cura. Is the supports just plain suck. Same with Prusa Slicer. It's the only reason I really like the new Prusa Slicer. It's really good, but the supports suck. Like, terribly. You can't do anything with them. It puts them wherever it wants, however it wants. Yeah, you can put the little stop blocks and that kind of stuff in, but it doesn't give you any real control. It's just like, oh, I don't want them in this general area. It's kind of foolish. Wow, I'm sweating. I might have to take my hat off. I'm sweating so hard. Where are my glasses? I got about 20 freaking pair of the things. These are 1.5s, yep. Extra 25% magnification. Let's see if I get the big knife out. Get everything right. Oh, don't drop it in my lap. Wow, that blade shot. Wow. You know what? Shouldn't matter for this. Big chunk missing out of the blade. Yep. Ideamaker, they're not perfect when they're done. You know, the face, but at least you can get them out. It's the number one reason I really, really like Ideamaker is because the supports are so much better. I mean, they're like S3Ds, but even better. I find Ideamaker stock right out of there. No matter what printer I'm using, they just pop off easier. I don't think they leave the best face on top of them, but honestly, popping off is kind of, to me, is more important because generally, because I can usually fix the face. But getting them out, if I can't get them out, it don't matter how good the face is. Right? Right. I mean, look at what I got to do to get this thing out of here. This is insane. That's just freaking insane. And these are concentric. I was hoping they'd pop easier if they were concentric because it's hollow in the middle then with cure. Yeah, I don't see this as going to be a usable model. That bites. A lot of freaking time on the printer. Ooh, there we go. It is a cleaner face now that it's popped off. Well, I'll tell you what. Default settings should be reasonable. Period. Reasonable. It's not like it's a printer thing or a material thing. It does it on all of my printers, no matter what material I'm using. Ideamaker default. Granted, you can tune them and get them better, but their default settings should pop off, and they just don't with Cura. Their Cura's is worse than Prusa's. Yes, I know what you're saying. You can tune them in, but their defaults should be reasonable first. It's hard to tune something until you've tried it. And yeah, there's no way to know what you did wrong. And really, all that you can do is change the spacing, which is going to make it worse. I mean, there's no real tuning of supports. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of add-ons, but the general gist is if you're too close, it adheres. If you're too far away, it sags. Well, when you're doing, heavy layers, there's no adjustment because I'm doing 0.3 layer height with this. So it's either 0.3 or 0.6. 0.6, I'm going to get a terrible, top bottom layer of whatever I'm supporting. So it's 0.3. That's it. There's no other option. You can do tabletop and all that, but that isn't going to change this any. Broke free. I mean, I did these concentric. They're hollow. It's just 3 borders, 3 shells. Not even. Actually, these are 2, I think. And you can't space it off any farther because then you get sags on the sides. And I mean, the bottom layer isn't terrible. I don't know if you can see that. It's not focusing on it, is it? Get it close enough and then back off it will. I mean, it's not terrible. It's a nice pattern. It's patterned, but it's not terrible. And yes, this over here is more support, so I got to figure out how I'm going to get out. With Ideamaker, I can literally take my fingernail, pop it behind it, and it'll pop right off. And that's the one good thing about the only reason I bought Simplify 3D in the first place is because before Ideamaker, it was the only one that you could do your custom supports, put them where you want them. And there's a lot of times you don't want them where it wants to put them. And there's no real control over it. Yeah, you can play games with it, and there's adjustments, but they're obnoxious and archaic. I mean, come on. Ideamaker's been doing it for years. Simplify 3D's been doing it for even longer. It's very easy, I would imagine, in today's society and technologies, but true custom supports where you can go in and take a little block and put it wherever you want. What's up, Jake? I won't even say the dreaded BT. That'll be the code word now, BT. I won't say it, just so you don't get mad. The dreaded BT. I'm actually printing right now on PEI. Why does this thing keep rolling over when I go that way? That's really weird. Okay, you're annoying me now. I'm going to have to screw the camera. I guess I need a better tripod. That's almost straight. Close enough. Yeah, that's PEI I'm printing on right there. With glue stick. Now, supposedly, he says this stuff, this PC Plus, you can print directly on the PEI if you have good PEI. I guess that's cheap PEI. I don't know. I bought it from Printed Solid, so I can't imagine it's cheap PEI. But I found it holds just fine with glue stick. It almost holds too good. The good thing is I have more PEI. Thank you, TH3D. So I think that's going to be my devoted PC Plus plate, and that's all I'm going to print on it. And then I will make another plate and put the other sheet of PEI that I just got from TH3D on it. That will be my PLA plate, PEI plate, because that's screwing it up. It's kind of screwing it up. I'm like sweating it. It's not that hot. 78 in here. It's only 68 outside. I got fans going here. I got a fan going in the bathroom blowing into here, and it's still freaking 78 degrees in here. I don't get it. This room is... I can go next door. It'll be 60 degrees. In here, it'll be 80. This is like a weird room where all the heat goes to, which is nice in the summer, in the winter. Dude, it could be like snowing, blizzard out, and I'll have that window over my bed cracked open, and it'll still be like 75, 80 degrees in here without the heat on. All the heat just pulls into this room. It's freaking weird. Thirsty. It's been a busy day. How's your adhesive wingman? How's your adhesive? So I'm hoping One comes in, because he's been asking about Ideamaker, and I love Ideamaker, as you all know. I shouldn't say I love it. It was tied with Cura. I'm kind of leaning more toward Cura. More toward Ideamaker again, just because of supports. You just saw how much hard time. This is Ideamaker supports. This has been sitting on here all day. I printed this morning, and this will pop off like nothing. I do know it gets harder after sitting with the PC Plus. And this should just, maybe it won't. It has been sitting all day. And I heard it, you let it sit too long, it re-adheres. Maybe this ain't going to be no easier. It was before, I swear. Still easier. It does not come out as clean, I will say. But that's just my settings, I think. I just leave it at the stock. Problem is you can't get a grip on it. Once I get a grip on it, it comes right out. This is still definitely easier. It's not going to say it's easy, but it's definitely easier. Definitely easier. And it's almost as clean. It's pretty darn clean, actually. I will say the Cura ones leaves a cleaner finish. No question about it. But these come out way easier. I just popped right out with a little twist. And then usually if I do it when they're still warm, right off the gold plate, they do pop out easier. This stuff's printing pretty nice. I bet you guys that have better machines, this is not a well-built machine. Well-built, not well-designed, I should say. What's up, theoretically, too? Hey, Terry. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this stuff. I've been reading up on it, and I think Snow Lab should really advertise the crap out of this because I shouldn't be able to print PC with any equipment I have here. I mean, you should have a enclosed chamber and heat, and God, the bed's supposed to be like 130, and regular PC you gotta print it like, I don't know, 280, 300 degrees, and the more I've been reading, I'm like, wow, this PC Plus is really nice, and it seems strong, and I mean, it's got a little flex to it, but it's not terrible. I like it. I think I'm actually gonna, if I have any left over, I don't think I will actually. Yeah, I might. I might print a quadcopter part or two out of it and test it, or a whole quadcopter, do like a tiny whoop. I have an old busted up quadcopter down there with the frames broken. I can make a tiny whoop, see how it holds up. Or I have a busted up RC car. Oh, excuse me. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna fix that car with this. She is very broken. It's been smashed and crashed, and I just lost bearings. I have more. It's very, very broken. This thing is nutty fast, though. It's super cheap. They're like 35 or 40 bucks, and it is ridiculously fast. But it likes to hit trees. Well, I like to hit trees and break it. And that usually doesn't bode well for the poor little car. The whole nose is missing parts. There's like a whole suspension. It's all broken. I hit a tree, dead on. Snapped everything. There's another bearing missing, but I have another set for it somewhere. But yeah, there's a concept thought. Yeah. Oh, there's my little plastic freaking axle wrench. Because I've actually been thinking about converting that to that treaded unit. I bet I can probably show it to you. Do I have it here in the notes still? I think I showed you guys this before. I think share screen. Application window. That one. Share. I think I can build that with it. With this PC Plus. And have it, reasonably hold up. I think I can do the tread drivetrain and everything. I'll do the treads out of TPU or TPE. I got both. I think I can do it. I have enough left over. And if Snow Labs does that, the black name I can never pronounce color in PC Plus, that would be freaking awesome. What's up, Minnesota Maker? Hey, I need a picture from you wearing my t-shirt. Anyone know how to get a hold of OneRAS? What is up, Lightspeed? I never did put on Twitter I was going to stream, did I? Share. Copy. Add a window. Go to Twitter. Streaming on a Monday evening. And there we go. Let me just try some of that PC Plus for those combine brackets I made. Probably a good idea. It is not easy to print with initially. I would say they kept telling me it's as easy as PLA. It's not as easy as PLA. It's no more difficult than ABS, though, really. It's kind of in the same requirements. Bracket. I really should be having an enclosed printer. That would make it a whole lot better. You do PCI or PEI is the only thing I've been able to have it hold to, and I have to put glue stick on it, and then it holds too well. if you ever saw my Twitter post where it lifted the whole, it literally pulled the bed up off the magnet and everything. It ain't letting go. But it does pop off the bed pretty easily afterwards. You do have to re-glue stick it every time. You can't just, I tried a couple times where I just took the water and re-spit out the glue stick. I don't know why it wouldn't hold then. I had to clean it off and redo it. So it's a little more work to get a print, but once you get into the routine of it, I mean, I switch it over and started printing another one. Now I'm only printing one at a time. It does warp. It warps pretty heavily. It does crack. So, like, I can't print 3 or 4 of these at one shot because, from what I understand, it'll start warping and we pull the bed up off the magnets again. What is up, Michael? Yeah, but that's the high temperature, the Polymaker stuff. You need to burn like 300-degree nozzle and like 280 180 or some freaking ridiculous bed temperature. I've been reading them all, and this is the only one. I'm glad they sent me this because I never even looked into polycarbonate ever. I was talking to Noman. I keep calling him Norman. It's not his name. It's Noman. Over at Snow Labs. And, I was going to use the black amethyst that RCCNC sent me to rebuild this printer with. And they're like, no, that's not actually PC Plus. That's a PC Plus. It's not an HT PLA. I mean, it's a PLA Plus. It's not an HT PLA. He's like, you can't really anneal it and get strength out of it. It'll help, but it's not like the true HT PLAs. I was like, oh, I thought it was. He's like, no, but here, try this. He's like, sent me a roll because he wants to publicize it because everyone's scared to use it. Because, polycarbonate is difficult to print with. It's known. I mean, even I know that, and I never played with it before. He's like, here, try it. Help me, use it on your printer. See if you like it. If you do, let people know. I was like, awesome, dude. And if you were watch that stream, he was on here one night with me. And he's awesome. He just loves Kiss Slicer too. Yeah, 280 on the nozzle, still pushing it. Although I was watching, do you use a fan? Because I was watching CNC Kitchen and Tom, they were doing the Melt Zone and they were talking about it a little bit. No, I like the Wham Bam, Terry. I like the Wham Bam a lot. It's just not using it right now. I like the Wham Bam for PLA. It works great for PLA. I know I made fun of it, and I talk about blue tape, and I actually ended up using blue tape today because they all failed because I was doing a test print. It's still got all the supports and everything on it because I don't care. This is just a test to fit my my little weather station over there. I want to mount it. It's on a stand, and the way it sits on the table, it kind of leans back a little bit. But it's got a weird screen that you have to be at the right angle. So I have to stand up and kind of angle my head to read it. And I want to put it on a mount. This will be the mount. And these will all get broken off. These are just supports, but I'm not worried about it right now. And I broke it, taking it off. But I tried them all. And in fact, I think I still got it right here. I never even took it off. Yeah. And I'm really surprised this failed. When it failed just doing the supports. And I actually went and did what they call solid bottom supports. You can do supports where the first layer is solid with Ideamaker. And everything's perfect. I mean, if I pull this, you can see by the skirt, it's freaking perfectly level. And I bet if I put this on a gauge, it'll say 2.0 or 0.20. 0.19, close enough. 0.18, so it's actually getting smaller, so it should have held even better. 0.18, yeah. And it broke free of that. I don't know why. And that's been working great. And I cleaned it. And it did it 3 times. And I know you guys love this stuff. And I've actually liked it. This is the first time I've had it really fail. I mean, the body's fine. It's the first layer. Held great. But for some reason, only where the sports. It did it every time at the sports. I don't know why. It's all like balled up on the edges and peeled up and didn't hold. And I rotated it, thinking it was just a location on the thing that got dirty or contaminated. Even after cleaning it, I rotated it 180 degrees. See if it would do it on the other side. And it was the sports both times. So I don't know what it was. It may be this filament too. This is a weird monofilaments direct knot. Monofilaments US, which has been in a maker box a few times out of Vermont. This is monofilaments direct, which is out of Massachusetts, not out of Vermont. And it's a weird black PLA. I've had problems printing it before. It's not terrible, but it just doesn't print as cleanly as others. I wouldn't recommend it. It's $25 for all too, which is, that's shipped and everything, but that's with shipping. That's direct from them. That's not going through Amazon or anything. Broke. But yeah, it fits perfectly. I'm surprised. Other than this broke off, but that's because it's too thin right here. Garbage. But it fit. It did its job. Garbage. So I can probably do that tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, PLA, I heard ABS. I don't print ABS. Can't stand ABS. It just stinks. Literally. And figuratively. The protopasta is PC ABS. What protopasta? Protopasta is all H2PLA. They don't even do PC, do they? Protopasta doesn't do polycarbonate, do they? They have a do they? Now I gotta look. Protopasta products. They have a PCABS alloy. High temperature polycarbonate ABS alloy. Cool. Heat bed and all metal hot end recommended. Let's share the screen. Share screen, full screen, share screen. High temperature. I didn't know they made them. Protopasta's polycarbonate ABS alloy is incredibly tough material designed for strong, resilient parts. Properties are excellent and greatly improved over standard ABS. Processing is more challenging. For best results, a heat bed is required to control warpage and improve layer adhesion. Cross-section area should be minimized. Yeah, see, that's not as good as regular PC, because that's the one thing great about this PC I got, is this stuff welds together. Once it's like TPU. Once it's printed, you are not breaking this on a freaking layer line. I highly doubt I'm going to ever crack this on a layer line. It holds pretty damn good if you print it right. And I'm printing at 250 on the nozzle with no fan and 70 on the print bed, on the bed with glue stick. Is moisture sensitive, which this also is. Store in a bag with desiccant, drying in an oven for an hour at 85 to 90 degrees C. May be required for bubble-free, high-strength prints, which I can't do. My oven won't go that low. In our experience, good results can be achieved when printing small parts at 270 to 290 C on a print bed of 110 up to 140. Yeah, so it needs at least 110, which that's what makes this stuff better. Is I'm printing at 70 and it's fine. The print bed is awesome at 70 degrees with glue stick. Now, he said he's got guys using this that are printing on the PEX from Wham Bam at 90 without any glue stick or any problems. And he says if you get real PEI, which I didn't know there was a fake PEI, but I guess there is. If you get 100% PEI for a PEI sheet on your bed, he says you don't need the glue stick. But I don't know. Glue stick's working for me, so it takes 2 seconds to apply. I don't care. I have like a big box of this stuff. I literally bought like one of them 20-pack cases for like $5 on Amazon. Stuff's ridiculously cheap. Might as well use it. With larger prints, good layer adhesion, minimal distortion, and closure is ideal, yes. So that's similar. Cool. I didn't know they had that. $35. 1.75 milligram spool, so it's expensive. Only comes with black and natural because you're only getting 500 milligrams for $34.99, where $39.99 you get a full 1 kilo roll. 1 kilogram roll. They don't even have a 1 kilogram roll. $39.95 Snow Labs 1 kilogram roll. And if you're willing to try it right now, you go on to Snow Labs site and you email them and say, I want to try it. And they will give you a 25%, 20 or 25% off discount code for their first roll. What was the problem with your K280? What's a K280? Holy crap. Viking's going to bed? Did he actually say he's going to bed? Did you guys read that? He's going to bed? Later, dude. If you haven't left already. Where am I? Back to Streamlabs. Stop sharing the screen. Oh, there we go. Anyways. And yeah, I'm using 2 parts from that already. You can see this. I get the 2 X carriages. You can barely see the other one over there. Right there. Barely see it over there. But both X carriages are this stuff already. I don't know. You got a camera, dude? At all? Actually, you could just screen share. Pop in here. If you got a camera, I can look at your... Because if you screen share, I can look at your settings and go, oh, it's this or that or the other thing. So I'm going to send you on Facebook. I'm going to send you a link to this. And then you can jump in here. Even if you don't have a camera, you can jump in and I can see your screen. Does that make sense? You can hit the screen share setting. Am I doing it on Facebook or? Yeah, I'll do it on Facebook. Come on. Maybe not. Facebook is very, very slow. Oh, that's because I'm streaming too. 1RAS printing. Message. I'm going to message 1RAS on Facebook. I should have just done it on Twitter. It'd be done already. All right, there you go. Send. Add friend. Oh, dude, I've never seen your logo like big and live with the candy stick and everything. Candy cane. That's pretty cool. I've always seen it. I knew it's a little green alien like monster, dude. Frankenstein monster, whatever you want to call it. But I've never seen it like. Are you on a computer? What computer are you using to slice with? You can literally go on the computer you're slicing with, click on that link I just sent you. It'll bring you into this, and just immediately hit, it'll say on the bottom, and I'll screen share now. Entire screen, share. So you should be able to see right here where my mouse is. It says stop screen share. It'll say screen share. And as you'll see, you'll get a window like this. And all you gotta do is bring it up and you can share your screen. And then we can look at your Ideamaker settings. And if you have a mic, we'll be able to hear you. And if you have a camera, we'll be able to see you. But you can do just the screen share if you want. And then we can check out your Ideamaker settings. Does that make sense? You get it? Did you get it, man? Man, you got it, man? The Earth creatures stole my cue to the Babylonian space modulator. He makes me very angry indeed. Yeah, it'll just be easier than trying to describe it without. I mean, I don't know what your settings are, so I don't know where to even begin looking. What is up, 3D printing and painting? How's life in the 3D printing and painting? Are you 3D printing and painting? Are you 3D printing? Or are you painting? Are you painting and then 3D printing? Are you printing on your 3D paints? Are you paints? Are you 3D painting? Yep, I'm in a goofy mood tonight, if you can't tell. I'm in a good mood. Looks like we finally figured out what drugs work with my father, and they're helping him, and he'll never be perfect again, but he's definitely, oh my God, so much better than he's been in like 6 months. He can get up and walk on his own. He's a little tipsy. I still stand there and kind of make sure he's not going to fall over, and when he talks to you now, you can understand what he's saying. He still says crazy crap sometimes, but like he still wants to go home. This is his home. And he keeps going, but I live in New London. It's like, no, Dad, you haven't lived in New London in like 80 years. But he's definitely better. A whole lot better. And it looks like he'll be getting better. He's manageable now. It's not depressing to go down and look at him. Put it that way. He'll actually have a conversation with you. Yeah, one Raz. He'll actually have a conversation with you. Yeah, one Raz. Okay, it says you're. Oh, I gotta stop screen sharing, don't I? There we go. You there?
I don't think I have sound.
You there? You gotta turn your mic up or something. I can sort of hear you, but it's really, really quiet. And I got my TV cranked.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Holy crap, can I hear you now?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. It's still quiet, but you got you got to turn off the speaker for the YouTube video.
Yeah, I have to put the headphones on.
Because I'm still getting my voice feedback.
Okay, I got the headphones on. No echo.
Cool. No echo. Echo. Cool. So now go down to the bottom of the screen. It says share screen. Load up your Ideamaker and then hit share screen.
I don't know if you're echoing or if I'm still echoing.
I don't hear a lot of echo. I hear a little bit. It might be feeding back to the mic, but nothing irritating. But do the screen share so we can see your screen. Fire up Ideamaker. Click on share screen down at the bottom. And you can either share your whole screen or just the Ideamaker screen.
Screen sharing is easy to monitor. Screen sharing works best. Good computer.
We keep losing you. You leaning away from your mic or something?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which one of these I need to do.
Fire up Ideamaker. And then if you go like this, can you see my cursor right here? See where it says, mine says stop sharing because I'm sharing right now. But there's a band on the bottom. All you got to do is click share screen. It'll pop up here, and then I can bring it up on top. it'll pop up in my little window here as another user. It'll actually look like another whole user to me. And then I can bring it up onto the main screen. Streamlabs. I keep calling it Streamlabs. StreamYards is awesome. Yeah, one RAS screen. Add to stream.
Okay, do you see?
I don't see anything. It's a white screen.
Damn.
Is there text on it? I mean, is that your actual Ideamaker screen? It says Ideamaker new printer, but I'm not getting any text through. That's weird. Share your whole screen, not just Ideamaker. Go down and say stop sharing screen.
Okay, I'll stop that and restart it.
Yep, and do your whole screen.
It says, well, it says
whole screen or application.
Show screen sharing is easy in 2 monitors. Screen sharing works best. What's that?
What do you got? 2 monitors?
No. Well, it's being pushed off to a monitor. I have StreamYard, Mozilla. I have Ideamaker, Firefox, and
that might be the problem. Is you got too many things running.
Let's try Firefox.
Well, that'll just share the Firefox screen. See, that's just sharing the Firefox screen.
Okay, I'll try this then.
Share or the whole screen, it should say.
I'm not sure which one that is.
Screen. When you click on share screen, there should be your entire screen, application window, or Chrome, or some cancel name. Just click on entire screen and then click share.
Okay, I get an echo on my end. What I get is a window that says VKSTS, then it says StreamYard, Mozilla Fox, Ideamaker 343 or 342, then Firefox. Oh, there, entire screen. Let's try that. I didn't see that one.
There you go.
Now
you should be able to pull up your Ideamaker. Pull up Ideamaker. And there we go. Now we can see it. That's what we wanted.
Okay.
Now you can just go up to the left and hit. You don't even have to do the slice. You can go into the.
Well, this is the way I only know how to do it right now. So.
Well, no, stop, because I'll teach you right now. You can go up to. Can't get the model out of there.
Let me go ahead and kill this. Okay.
Now go up to where it says slice in your menu.
Yeah.
Right there. Go down and say, click on it. And it'll go down and say manage templates.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then you can go right into them, modify them, change them.
Well, you can see I have 2 here set up.
Yep. Monoprice Mini Select 3D printer. Now, what you got to learn is, it's hard to describe, but most slicers base on the printer. Ideamaker bases on the filament. Okay? So when you name those Monoprice, they shouldn't be Monoprice. They should be Monoprice PLA, Monoprice ABS. Get what I'm saying? Because they're based on the filament settings. Everything's based on the filament, not the printer. The only thing it cares about the printer is size, nozzle shape, temperature ranges. That's all it gives a crap about for the printer. Everything else is based by the filament. So what are you seeing that's a problem? Hit advanced.
What I'm finding, I had this problem before. Let's say if I was using Simplicity 3D and I set up the print, it may say 8-hour print for it. Well, then I'll set up Ideamaker using the same settings, and then it'll come back. And then it will come back and say like 16-hour print.
Yeah.
And I remembered.
For 3D undercuts. It's close, but it undercuts. If it's a 10-hour print, it'll tell you it's 8 hours. But it shouldn't be that much more. Click on advanced. Over in the left. Left. It says advanced. Big square button.
Oh, yeah. Remember, I'm dealing with an echo here.
Yeah, all right. You shouldn't be getting an echo. Okay, layer height, 2 shells, 2 minimum shell overlap. First layer height. All right, first off, make your first layer height 2. 2. The first layer height. Down 1 window. That right
2.
there. Make that 2, not 3. I don't know why they all like to make it 3. First layer flow rate, nearest. Place seam on none. Spiralize none. Okay, go to extruder. Extruder in the tabs. You got a 4.0. You're only running at 40 millimeters a second. That's your print speed normal? Yes?
Well, normally I would run at 50.
Okay. Oh, that's your retraction. I'm sorry. It's hard to read because it's such a small screen. You know, it's difficult to read. I should know that. That's your retraction. You're only retracting what printer? Oh, the monitor price. This is direct drive, huh? What's your infill? 20%, I think I saw.
25.
Yeah, go to infill. 25, which isn't terrible. Infill flow rate, grid. You're using 3 and 3, top and bottom. Bottom solid fill, 100%. If you want a stronger, right at the bottom, this is one thing I love about Ideamaker. If you want a stronger print, see where it says infill angle and top and bottom solid infill angle? If you make one of those 45 degrees out of each other, like if you leave the infill angle at 45 and negative 45, which could be 45 and 0, actually.
Well, the default setting they had on it was 45 and 135.
Right.
But I remember Simplicity would go 45 minus 45. So
yeah, that's exactly the same thing.
Oh, okay.
You're just overdoing it. That's all. Negative 45 and 45 are the same angle. You're 90 degrees out. It's the same thing. I would make it 135. But then your top bottom angles, I would make 0 and 90. That actually makes it stronger because they're different, so they interlock better. Get what I'm saying?
Remove the 45 and just put 135.
No, remove both of those, both of them. Just add one now because it'll be 0. No, leave it 0. Leave it 0. Put it back to 0. Put it at 0. You can just type 0.
Oh, I see. Okay. Add 0. Then add
90. 90.
90?
90.
Oh, I thought you said go ahead and add the 35.
90 degrees. No, 90. 135 is if you're using 45. Everything's on 90-degree angles. That will make it so your infill is at 45-degree angles and your top and bottom infill are straight up and down, which actually works better and makes for a stronger print because they're not the same, thread line. They lock together better. Okay, support.
Okay.
What do the supports matter? They really don't. Touching platform only. Platform adhesion, you got a skirt, right? Yeah, that's all normal. Infill flow rate. I'm guessing your speed settings are what's going to be your big skirt. Cooling. What's your cooling? I'm assuming you just have it at, 100% on layer 2. I usually go to layer 3 or 4, but same difference. Temperatures. 60 and 102. Is that what that says? 108?
208.
208. Which is fine. What's your speeds? 50, 40, 25. All right. That's a big killer right there, that 25. I would make that like 35 or even 40 if you're going at 50 millimeters a second. I can almost guarantee you that's what Simplify 3D is doing.
On the outer shell?
First layer speed at 15 is ridiculously slow. You can just type it in there, dude. You don't have to use the arrow keys. Much faster to just type in whatever number you want. Your first layer speed, I would make like 25 or 30.
First layers.
That one, not 15, 25 or 30 if you're printing at 50. I mean, you can leave it at 15, but that's killing your time.
Oop.
25. Infill speed, I wouldn't. What's that, 80 or 90?
80.
I would slow that down, actually. I would go like 60 or 70, depending on the printer. That's a direct drive printer, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
60.
the extruder's on the actual head, right? It's not on the side of it.
Right.
Yeah, I would do like 60. Support speeds at 50. That's fine. I sometimes slow them down. Gap infill speed at 60. Single extrusion filling speed, kick that up to like 35 or 40. Now, you may want to slow these down again if you're getting crappy prints, but that should kick your speed way up. Your biggest one is your outer shell was way too slow. And
Okay.
again, it may not be if you want like a perfect print. It'll just take longer.
Yeah.
Go ahead to advance. I think you'll find that's your problem. Yeah, there's nothing there. Ooze. Stop. That retraction right there. See where it says avoid retraction inside model, and then it says enable retraction at top and bottom. On the bottom, get rid of that, make that 0, and at the top, just make it 1 layer, all the way up to the top. It says other.
Talking about stop printing wipe?
No, go all the way to the top where it says other.
Okay.
And then it says force retraction right there. That one, that's fine, but go to the bottom and make it 0. And the top, make 1.
Make the
The
top
bottom
one 0?
Yep. And the top 1.
Okay.
That'll make it a lot faster. You got the top one at 0 now. The bottom's on top and the top's on the bottom. You want the bottom at 0. See where it says bottom layers? That one should be 0, and the top layer should be 1. You got them backwards right now.
Oh, okay.
You don't need it to. Basically, what that'll do is it goes across and it does the infill, and it gets to each shell. It'll literally go knee, retract, knee, retract, knee, retract, knee, retract, knee, retract, knee, retract, which is good to give you a nice finish on the top layer. That's the only place you need that. You don't need it on the bottom. That's going to save you like a freaking hour right there, I bet. That one setting is probably going to save you an hour.
Okay. And then we got the other.
Which there's nothing speed constraint there.
And the other way, the
Then
G code.
G code is just your start and finish G code.
Yeah, I changed my start.
Yeah, I do too. The only thing you want to do is down at the bottom where it says post processing. Actually, there's 2 ways you can do it. There's 2 G codes. What did you go and use for your template? In other words, when you first started Ideamaker, you had to select one of their Raise 3D filaments for a template. What one?
Oh boy.
All right, cancel out of that.
Let me save this off, and I can take a look because I did some experiment. First, I just did a generic.
Yeah.
Then I tried a couple different ones.
Go ahead. Back out of that. Hit OK. So it saves all of that. All right. Save and close. Now, right up there, you have close. Nope. Cancel that. Cancel.
I wanted to back this off.
It saved it already. It saved it all on its own.
Okay.
You can rename it if you want. All right, right there it says Raise 3D PLA 1.752 templates. All right, so that's the right one.
Yeah, apparently I didn't really pick any of the other ones. I just did new printer and put everything in.
That's all right. Close. Go up to where it says printer in the main menu. Current printer type. All right, so your new printer is selected, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make other printers and reset it completely if you want. But that should put the model in there and try slicing it now.
And that's what I was curious to see what it comes out with.
I still think you'll find it's going to take longer with Ideamaker, but it'll be more accurate to reality. Simplify 3D always was like 25% off. It always took longer than it said. And that's not an easy model. That's pretty complicated.
Yeah, I know. I had this problem several months ago when I first set it up, and I did something. I can't remember what it was. Let's see, 15 hours. I first set it up, and I did something, and I brought it down, within just a few minutes of what Simplicity 3D would have. And I said, "Cool." Well, I lost all
preview.
that.
Holy crap. That is a lot of supports.
Well, it has to support the fingers and underneath the
arm. You can manually adjust that, but. And you're saying what Cura does it in less time? I don't see how.
Simplicity 3D does.
Oh, fire up Simplified 3D. It's Simplified 3D, not Simplicity. Just so you know. Go ahead and slice it. I want to see what it's doing.
Say it's 25%.
It's funny, it actually takes longer to slice. It's putting
8 hours and 19 minutes.
Which I know is off. It's more like 10 hours, but that's still less than the 15 it's saying. I wonder what the toolpath change is. You got something definitely running faster because it's not that much faster. Simplified 3D generally is faster printing than Ideamaker. But Ideamaker, actually, I know people have a hard time with it. Ideamaker makes a cleaner print, I think. And I usually don't screw with it. I leave it pretty much stock after I set, the basics.
Yeah.
I don't know why it should take that much longer, though. Go back to your settings. No, in Simplified 3D. I want to see what's different. So, 4.0, retraction distance. Wow, you got your retraction all the way up to 2.5, which is a lot more. Your retraction speed is 1,800.
Yeah, that's what I had set for.
That's freaking ridiculously fast. That millimeters? Oh, it's millimeters a minute. That's why. That's still pretty fast. What's 60 from 18? It's like 300. What's your layer? Solid 3 perimeters. You only have 2 shells.
Yeah.
Not 3. You have 3 in Ideamaker.
I think I had 2.
Pretty sure you had 3.
Okay.
Not positive. Yeah, you can just hit start slicing. It'll bring it back to you. No, you're right. 2 shells.
Okay.
I don't know why it's estimating so much faster. Because it shouldn't be any faster, or not that much faster.
Yeah, because I say when you first were promoting Ideamaker, I downloaded it. It took me a while to figure out how to set things up.
Yeah,
and at that time, at that time, I noticed that it was, slower than Simplicity 3D. So I did something. I just changed one thing, and then it came within about the same time period.
Well, the other thing I noticed right now up on the top of that, it says you have it at medium quality, which means it's estimating the movements at a more jagged rate. If you put that up to high, very up at the top, all the way up at the top, the whole window right there says medium. If you put that on high, that'll extend the print time a lot, which Ideamaker doesn't do medium. It only does high quality.
Oh, well, yeah, that would change some of the speed.
Because that's actually taking your polygons and not smoothing them. Most slicers actually take the polygons and, they estimate as it goes around. A polygon is actually a flat face and a flat face and a flat face. Most slicers estimate those flat faces and try and make a curve out of it. Where if you're at medium, you're going to actually get flat faces in your print. If you put it up to high, I bet that'll almost triple it.
Well, I like Simplicity 3D, but I also like Ideamaker because when I did a test for bridging, and it came out so much better with Idea 3D than it did with, so much better with Ideamaker than it did for Simplicity 3D. Yep. So I'm trying to.
They do. They did a big deal with their bridging in the last couple updates. They've been doing a lot of fine tuning. It automatically knows bridging. Not only does it know it's got to go across, but it knows to go back 3 or 4 shells, so it catches more at each lip for going. Hit the speeds just for giggles. Go into speeds window tab. Scroll up. You just scroll up what you just unscrolled. Over on the right. Roll it up. Over on the right. All the way to the right. The slide bar. Over on the right.
Here?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, where the hell to go? Speed.
Over to the right. There you go. It's got all those millimeters a minute instead of millimeters a second. That's so annoying. So you got that thing going wicked fast, even at millimeters a minute.
And it does a good job.
Fast. Huh?
And it does a good job. It prints pretty good.
Yeah, but I think you'll find it's actually printing slower because that firmware won't let you go that fast. Are you actually getting print times that the estimated Simplify 3D is estimating? I never did. Simplify 3D was at least 20% off.
Yeah, it's usually like 30 minutes off from whatever it is I'm printing.
Yeah, at least. I used to get more than that with long prints, but I used to use Simplify 3D just because the same reason I use Ideamaker. I don't think Ideamaker is a better slicer than Cura or the Prusa slicer. It's just the supports are better. I love the supports, and I use them a lot. If I don't need supports, I usually use Cura. If I need any supports, I'll use Ideamaker. It just does so much better with supports.
Okay.
Put that up to high where it says medium. And then reslice it and see how long it takes. Not fast, high. Fast is going to make it even faster. You just put it up to fast. That's going to be even faster.
Oh, you want a high?
Yeah. That's what Ideamaker defaults to. Click on that fast. Make it high.
I have high, medium. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay.
That should make that about 10, 15 hours. For the same setting. What's we doing in the background?
I've been wanting to print some of the classic creatures like Frankenstein and things like that.
What's it at now?
It's 16 hours and 45 minutes.
There you go.
There's no way of cutting the quality for print time on Ideamaker?
Not that I know of. You can kind of use it. I haven't played with it. It's got one of those smart technologies where it'll do a higher resolution at easy spots and a lower resolution at hard spots. It's actually a higher resolution, lower layer height. Because if you go into the advanced settings, go back to Ideamaker. Close that out. Make sure you save it if you've done any settings. Save and close.
Advanced. Want to close it out completely?
Save and close. Now it says group layers and settings and all that. Go back to that. Start slicing. Manage templates. That's the same thing. Go ahead. Right there. It says group layers, settings, per model. That's all your fancy like multi-layer processing like Simplify 3D. It's actually way higher technology. It's also way more confusing to use. Once you get used to it, you can do stuff with it, but like if you go to per layer settings, go over to the right, per layer settings, over to the right, right.
Well, I'm still trying to clear out what the hell you're saying in the echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go to the right.
You want
Right there. Yep. Per
per
layer
group
settings.
setting
No, per layer. And then you can
for
hit
this
add.
here?
No, you can stay right there. Per layer settings, right where you are. Now hit add. The little plus sign on the bottom. And you can adjust things for your layers. You can adjust your start, your height, your layer height. You can make your layer height 0.3 at certain heights. So if you said, let's say at 10 millimeters, you go to 0.3 layer height instead of 0.2. You can also hit the pencil all the way at the bottom, and you can adjust everything. Add setting. Try adding. No, click on add setting. And that'll let you set anything you want at any layer you want, anywhere you want through the print. You can do anything you could ever imagine and have it change at any height. That's what makes Ideamaker powerful right there. That's just like multi-processing in Simplify 3D, but it's way more powerful.
That's cool.
I shouldn't say way more powerful because I still found a couple of things that Simplify 3D does that it won't, but it's a little weird.
Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and close this down because I got my dinner and it's getting cold.
Well, there you go. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I'll have to look. I don't think Simplify or Ideamaker does a low res. It just doesn't do it because it's. I mean, it's raised 3D. They don't do low resolution. You know what I mean? The resolution was going to pixelate it. Was going to poly it. You'll actually see the little triangles at medium resolution, which you may not see on that model because there's such a high. I imagine that thing has a wicked high poly count, anyways.
Right.
So you really probably wouldn't notice it. Honestly, I would print one of each and see if you do notice it.
Yeah, 16 hours. With the setup I have right now is a long time.
Yep, I know. I don't like doing anything over like 5 hours here where it's in my bedroom. Drives me nuts. I'm already running late. I really was hoping I wouldn't start that tonight. They probably have another hour on that. I want to go to bed before an hour's over. Well, maybe not.
All right, so how do I kill this stream? Just stop screen?
Yeah, just stop streaming.
All right, I'll be on the side listening.
All right, later, man.
Thanks. Bye.
And I will boot him. Remove. See ya. He's trying to figure out, RC, why, which he asked like 20 minutes ago. He's trying to figure out why Simplify 3D was going faster than Ideamaker. And it's basically because Simplify 3D was doing a low-res print, which it normally does. And honestly, you probably wouldn't notice it on a model like that. So it almost halves the speed. Use Simplify 3D. Personally, I don't like Simplify 3D for multiple other reasons. It makes a weak print. But on a model like that, who cares if it's weak? It's not, it's not making a structural print. I mean, I probably could have gone and ripped that Simplify 3D file apart and shown you all the problems with Simplify 3D that I keep finding. People don't realize. Simplify 3D doesn't infill properly. It doesn't attach its infill properly. That's how it does a lot of things cleaner. It actually makes your shells look nicer because it doesn't actually attach the infill completely, which people don't realize. Which in a model like that, where it's decorative, it's actually okay. It makes the shell smoother because it doesn't have less bleed through from the infill. But it's not anywhere near as strong. I've had mechanical parts that I print the exact same thing in Cura or Ideamaker and put in Simplify 3D, and the Simplify 3D one will just break apart. It always leaves that bad spot. If you ever look at the infill, there's always a corner in Simplify 3D that doesn't fill in. You're like, oh, that's smaller than now. So it's like, no, it's not because I can see it. The nozzle's 0.4. Yeah, I can see 0.4, but not that well. Like if you look at this. See that hole right there? On this side? Get the focus on that. Yeah, the holes right there. Simplify 3D will be 100 times worse on those. When it does infill, like, I can't show you on this model because it doesn't show it. There's always a corner on Simplify 3D that doesn't fill. And there's ways around it, and you can screw with it. But the problem is then it fills that hole, but it also bloats the whole print. So if you do anything to spec, like I print the spec and everyone does clearances with Ideamaker, I don't add clearance. I do it right on, and it always works. Because it knows that, you know, my 0.4 nozzle, the outer edge of that 0.4 nozzle, if you actually are printing, like, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but most of the slicers don't do 0.4 for an actual line width. If you have a 0.4 nozzle, it actually prints it like 0.42 or 0.44 or 0.48 or whatever the printer set at and stuff. It knows that width and makes the outer line that exactly. Where Simplify 3D does it from the center of the nozzle. So any of that nozzle, that 0.2 plus, swell is overblow. So it's out of spec. That makes sense. Anyone understand that? Here, I'm going to give you a demonstration. This will be fun. I can actually show you in this program. This will be fun. People don't realize this. This is one of the things I really, really, really hate about Simplify 3D. Okay, you're seeing this screen, right? Yes? Yes, you are. I know you are. Yep. Okay. File, new, sure, whatever size you want. Doesn't matter. Okay, so if I draw a line from here to here, like a printer, okay? Then your stroke is 0.4, so I'll make it say 4, so it looks like 0.4. Actually, I want to make it like 40. How's that? So it's exaggerated. 40. Okay, let's say that's your 0.4 layer width. Oops. Escape. All right. Simplify 3D bases its structure on the center line. So when it's doing a print, it does it overbleed. So when it does the next one, it's basing it on this center line. And then the next one, it's basing it on the center line. The thing is from this center line to this outside edge, it doesn't estimate. It doesn't see it. Where Ideamaker, when it sees the model and slices it from this very outside edge. And it says, okay, you have a 0.4 nozzle, and you're telling me I'm printing at 0.42. That's your swell, your overflow, which all nozzles have a little overflow. They actually print wider than the actual orifice. That's how it works. When you squish it down on the layer below it, it swells out on either side. And if you set it at 0.42 or 0.44 or 0.46, which are about average, it knows that and says, okay, shift the line in. Simplify 3D doesn't. It leaves it right on that center line. So if you have more swell than it estimates, it doesn't care. It won't compensate for it. No, I didn't hear any echo, dude. It must have been just in your ears. You know what it probably was? You probably had the I just thought of that. You probably had the YouTube going at the same time as the StreamYard's going. And you were hearing both conversations. So the YouTube conversation was like, 10 seconds, 30 seconds later. So you're getting that weird echo. You turn the YouTube video audio off. and then just hear the StreamYard's audio, not video, just audio, because you didn't have video. But anyways, do you guys get that? That makes sense. That's the other thing I didn't like about S3D. Plus, when it does a print, like, if there's like a circle, let's print a circle. Okay, and then it goes to infill it. Simplify 3D goes like this. Okay, I'm pretty bad at this, but all right. And it will fill all these in. And actually, let's go to individual markers. It'll fill all these in proper. But it'll always leave this little slice right here off. Oops. It'll do all this proper like. But it will always leave a little opening right here at the top and the bottom. S3D always does. You can compensate by overswelling, overlapping, whatever. But yeah, that's probably what you were doing, dude, is you were listening to both audios at the same time. You have to go into the right here and have to have the X through the audio. Mute when you're in the actual YouTube video. Or just close it out altogether. Look, little llama head. Going round and round and round. Little llama head. Come on, get your finger close. There you go. There it is. Little llama head. Going round and round and round. I think the little llama heads are awesome. I gotta make little hats for them. They can have little freaking Outback hats. That's gonna be the next thing. Give them little Outback hats. I should do that to my logo. Have a little Outback hat on here. Not happening now. Anyway, what time is it? Almost 10:15. Probably gonna kill it. I'm trying to think if there's a low res print on Ideamaker. I actually think there is. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I think you have to stay with high res on every of them. I think Simplify 3D is the only one that'll do that medium resolution crap. Which, honestly, that's one of the things that Simplify 3D does decent is if you want to do that, go for it. You might see the little faucets in some areas. But I think on a model with that high in detail, you probably won't notice it. So you might just be better off hitting it with Simplify 3D. Although I still think that's going to be closer to a 10-hour print, not 8, if not more. I bet that'll be about 10 hours. It also depends on your printer, your firmware settings. If your firmware settings don't allow for the acceleration and all that crap that thing's estimating, it's not going to do it. That's the other thing is Ideamaker actually estimates for a direct drive head because all of their printers are direct drive. Well, most of their printers are direct drive. I do think they have a couple Bowden tube ones now, but so they estimate according to a slower acceleration and jerk rating, where S3D just assumes it goes as fast as it can. It has no compensation for acceleration, jerk, linear advance, any of that crap isn't estimated in Simplify 3D, which is why it's got one of those. I think it's got one of the worst time estimators. It was never even close. Kira was better, and Kira's terrible at time estimation. And I still think Kira's the worst one. Instead, this thing would take an hour, and it took almost 3 with Kira. Kira's terrible. It's not even close. If you don't set all the... Actually, I shouldn't say that. If you set all the acceleration and overrides and everything in Kira, where it now has acceleration and jerk and all those you can set inside Kira, if you set all those, it'll actually be pretty darn close. Otherwise, it just assumes it's going at 9 million miles an hour. Anyway, I think I'm going to kill it, guys. That was kind of interesting, trying to figure out differences. I think you should print them. You know what you should do one, Raz? Is shrink it down to like 50% and print one in each and see just how much, actually time it. See how long it takes. I think you'll find they're closer than you think. I do think Simplify 3D will be faster, but not by that much. I think you'll find it's an hour, maybe 2, which is still a lot. I mean, it's an hour. It's your hour of time. An hour less wear and tear on the printer. I still own Simplify 3D, although I don't even have it loaded anymore. I haven't fired up Simplify 3D in probably a year. When did they update it last time? I think I ran it for like a day or two when they last updated and said, no. Nothing there. And they're just slime ballish sometimes. Lately they've been so non-responsive, terrible customer support. I have a feeling everyone there quit. I have a feeling there's 2 guys left in that place, and that's it. They're doing all the coding and all the customer service. It's time for bed. Watch some TV. Then go to bed. 20 after. Sounds like a good time to end the broadcast. It's been fun. It's been real. Buy a t-shirt. Help me support my parents. Please. We need some money to feed us with. Kind of running out. Already ran out. That's that. All right, 20 after. Later, guys. It's been fun. Thanks for stopping in. Bye. Later. See ya.